Welcome to On the Last Episode, the podcast for English learners who like movies and series. Here you can improve your English and have fun with our episodes and exercises. This is episode number 7, Game of Thrones Theories, Part 1, with our host Jennifer and guest Camila Nader.
Good evening, Camila.
Hi Jennifer, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And what about you?
I'm pretty good. Everything great here.
Good. And how is Hugh?
Very, very hot.
It's just like in the song, Hugh 40 degrees?
Maybe 50.
Okay.
Maybe trying to change it, but it's fine.
Maybe
You're
it's
not
time.
used to, everyone thinks we're used to it, but you never get used to living in this kind of weather because it's very humid. So
Yeah,
it's just like,
that makes it worse, right? It's just like in
yeah,
Floripa. I mean, in the day, I really can feel the difference. The days that it's really not that humid, even though it's 35 degrees, it's okay. It's not good, but it's okay. But sometimes it's just 32 degrees, but it's very humid, and then you feel like you cannot breathe.
yeah,
It's
it's
hard.
exactly that.
It's hard. So, how is the week so far?
Pretty good. Been reading some stuff about Game of Thrones. Sadly, it would
figure.
just, sadly, it would just, I think it will start when? Like
July.
September now? July, yeah.
Well, last thing I read is July, but no date yet.
Yes, someone told me September. I went crazy. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? But
It's like a
fine,
year after it finished. Yes, way too long.
Yeah. They can't do that to us.
No. It should be seen as torture, really. I mean, because it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when you start hearing and seeing all the spoilers for the next season, then it's even worse.
Yeah, and people make up the craziest theories.
Hmm.
And because it's Game of Thrones, you expect that to happen.
Yeah, everything and anything is possible. That's true.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. That like anything can happen,
Yes.
anything at all.
And that is the cool part and also the scary part of the whole series because really, yeah, I mean, no one is safe. And that's why I am always so afraid for Tyrion because I like him so much. And I know just how much George Martin likes killing the characters we love the most. So, yeah.
I know. He killed everyone I loved, and now I really like Tyrion too.
Hmm.
Like he's my favorite, and Daenerys, of course. But I really hope they don't die.
Me too. But when was it? 2 days ago, I think I saw a picture in one of those Facebook groups. And it was such a funny picture. You had not really the whole cast, but a big part of the cast from Game of Thrones and George Martin. And he was looking at Sam, well, the guy who plays Sam, and laughing in a way that people said, I guess we know who's gonna die next.
No, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope
Yeah, no.
not.
I hope not because like now Sam is so important to everything
Yeah,
because he just got to the Citadel
hmm
and his goal is to find out how to kill the White Walkers.
How to
This
save
is like,
humanity.
yeah. So it's like, main goal here, guys. Please don't kill me.
Well, yeah, it would be nice to keep him alive, but yeah, I guess. Well, who knows what is going
Yeah, they
on
can.
inside?
Maybe they can like focus on different characters. Maybe like the bad ones. You know, Cersei. She deserves to die. She's like
She will not be
100%.
missed.
No, not at all. But I don't think they'll kill her. She's too crazy for that. Like she gives a little bit of spice to the story. Like
Yes.
what she's doing next. Oh
Mhm.
my God. Okay, she just like burned down half of half of the city, half of King's Landing now is like
The
gone and
Mad King would be so proud.
yeah. And be like, oh, you finished what I started. So
Exactly.
good. Good girl.
Exactly. And like I told you already before, this is one of the things that, I mean, but this is just my personal crazy theory, that Jamie and Cersei are actually the kids from the Mad King. But that's just my personal crazy theory, that she has the blood of the dragon.
Yeah, but this would be very crazy.
I
Like really
know.
crazy because there's
I know.
already the Tyrion theory. So it's
Exactly.
like all three are
No, no, no. But
Targaryen,
no,
so
in
just
my
two, right?
world,
Just
only the twins. Yes, only
oh,
the
okay.
twins would be, and Tyrion, because think it would be, how can I say, it would be really surprising because the father Tywin, he always said that Tyrion was not his son. And then
Oh
all of a
yeah.
sudden, and well, and the twins, they were like, oh my god, especially Jamie, right? He was like
Yeah.
the golden boy. And then imagine all of a sudden we find out actually Tyrion was his heir and the twins were not.
That would be really good actually.
It
That
would be
would be a
something,
in
huh?
your face moment.
Exactly. Like, well, I mean, of course he's dead. He isn't there to regret. But still, I mean, for us, I mean, for me, it would be such a moment like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it would be great, really. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I told you, that's just my personal crazy theory. So, but okay, so talking about crazy theories and some theories not so crazy about Game of Thrones, we already started with the Tyrion theory. So
Oh
that
yeah.
Tyrion is actually a Targaryen and not a Lannister. So what do you think about this theory?
Like always, it's Game of Thrones. Everything is possible, but I personally I don't think he's a Targaryen. There,
Really?
there really, yeah, there are a lot of proof. Like maybe he is because of the three dragons, and you could have three Targaryens to ride them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I have a couple of doubts. I think especially because of this Tywin thing of oh I don't not wanting him to be his son. Maybe the big surprise is that he is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not such a big surprise as the twins being Targaryens, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it could be. And also, depending on how things go, he would
yeah,
actually be the one son that he could be really proud of.
yeah,
And
and
right
that
now,
would
he
be
is the head of
really
the queen, right?
yeah, and the queen, like
Mm-hmm.
the
The,
actual queen that
yeah,
deserves like the Iron Throne and is going for it. It's like it's a huge moment in Game of Thrones,
mm-hmm.
one of the best now. And you see um, Khaleesi arriving to King's Landing, that would be a scene like unforgettable, really.
I think so. But then you will have all those questions. How will she arrive? Because right now she's going to Dragonstone because that's her
Yeah,
family seat. But then how will she decide when to really go and try and take King's Landing? I'm pretty sure she will try and maybe close a deal with Cersei and say, look, I will not kill you if you just hand it over. And of course Cersei
and
will
of
say,
course, yeah, yeah. Hell no.
exactly. She will never just hand it over like that. She will fight for it. Especially now.
Yeah,
Well,
she did everything to be the queen. She
mm-hmm.
now it's a moment she didn't have anything to lose. She already lost her three kids. They were her life.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She doesn't have anything. That's what she had. Like power is what she
It's all she
has
has
now.
left.
Yeah,
Because even
that's it.
Jamie, I mean, she loves Jamie, and they have this very close relationship. But still, even with him, it's not the same anymore. So I guess you're right. I mean, power is all she has
No,
left.
yeah, and even though they have this relationship, as you said, after that last moment when she was when it was who was the after she killed everyone and she was nominated the queen.
She was like crowning herself.
Yeah, when she was crowning herself as queen, kind of what
Yeah, like
happened.
Napoleon, right? I
Yeah,
thought of Napoleon like, yeah, just let me do it. Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it better. And Jamie arrived at that moment, and when he saw her, you could see on his look, like you can see on his face that it wasn't the same anymore.
hmm
He didn't think of her the same he used to. So it's a big change.
It is. Just before we go into this theory that starts there, just tell me, okay, so you don't think Tyrion is actually a Targaryen, right? But do you think that there is a third Targaryen or no? Because we already know we have Daenerys and we have Jon, who
Yeah,
is a bastard Targaryen, but he's a Targaryen.
yeah. Um, Everything leads to having a third Targaryen. Like there are a lot of theories that um, bring another Targaryen into the game. Like if it's Tyrion or if it's Mira or if it's someone that survived.
hmm
Uh,
But then again,
I
all
don't
those
know.
theories only exist because we have three dragons.
Yeah,
If we then go to that crazy theory that one of the dragons will become some sort of white dragon, ice dragon, then I guess
you
two
will only need two.
Targaryens exactly would be enough.
Yeah, two dragons for two Targaryens. That would be like the perfect count. And having the White Walker dragon, whatever will be the name, that would be pretty cool.
Yes, I mean, and from some spoilers I saw and read, this could really happen. And I saw even yesterday some posters, but I really think those were fan-made posters, but they
Oh
were
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I've seen one too. They're all over the internet, but I think they're all fan made.
I don't know, but some of them are really good.
Yeah. No, but the fans of Game of Thrones are there are a lot of geeks and nerds that can like
Mhm.
me I I'm including myself on that, Like but they're pretty good designers and they're pretty good with Photoshop and all this stuff. So I think like they could do it.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
there's even one video I saw on YouTube that is supposed to be something like a trailer for season 7 already. And I just found out it was fan made in the end. And
Yeah, I think
like it
everything now is fan made. I don't think HBO or the producers have released anything yet.
mhm.
It's too early.
Yeah, the only video, no, we have some very short videos that were released. I know there's one, but I could not find it on HBO YouTube channel. But I know HBO released like a very small 20 or 30-second video a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
from each family?
No, no, no. With just a few scenes, especially from the Stark family. But it
Mm,
was only on TV and never got to the internet. So the only thing I saw was the how some people actually filmed the spot on the TV, so the quality is
uh,
really bad, but they never released it onto the internet, so I have no idea what's going
so
on.
Yeah, those aren't the ones I saw. I saw some, but now I can't remember if I saw it before before season 6 or after season 6. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's for season 7. It was like 3 or 4 videos, like mini clips of
Mm-hmm.
15, 20 seconds. It was on the official Facebook page of Game of Thrones, and it showed. It was like talking about maybe the future for Daenerys and maybe for the Starks, and it was like 3 or 4. I'm not sure right now, but I remember the one from Daenerys. It was like the voices
Mm-hmm.
around the video were kind of predictions,
Ah,
that she
okay.
heard
Mm-hmm.
through the seasons. So it would it was cool, but again, I'm not sure now if it's fan made or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, no,
because
but
the Game of Thrones fans, they're like really obsessed in
oh,
a
some
good
of them
way.
are. Yeah, no, but some
Yeah.
of them really are, and they know every single detail. And I've been reading a lot about Game of Thrones, and I really have to start reading the book about the history of Westeros that I have here. Some very light reading, like 800 pages, but
Ooh.
oh, but amazing. Really, the book is so beautiful. It will be a pleasure to read it. But
Yeah, and it's like a big curiosity how Westeros began,
mm-hmm.
because like I have no idea, and I'm very curious about it also.
Yeah, I told you already. You should read A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh
It
yeah.
really is great because it helps you understand a little bit better a few of the things and how the Mad King actually came to power and things like this. But okay, back to the theories. Otherwise, we will talk just Game of Thrones and not really work on some of those theories.
Yeah.
So, the theory we already started is also that now the things between Jamie and Cersei are not the same anymore.
No, we could see it on his eyes.
Exactly, and she really became the Mad Queen right now, right?
Yeah, no, she is. She is completely mad. She
Hmm.
did what the Mad King said he would do,
Yeah,
and
a dream come true for him.
yeah, yeah, and even though everything always said about the Mad King, now we have a Mad Queen,
Hmm.
and
Exactly.
she can continue to do what he was doing because she already took the first step, and it was
Hmm.
not a baby step.
Oh no.
It was
Mm-mm.
like big boy step,
She is
like
playing
crazy.
another league right now. She really
Yeah,
is. Hmm.
it's like
And
other level craziness.
it is. Yes. And
And
like
I
we
don't,
were.
yeah, and like we've seen throughout all these seasons, Jamie changing. He wasn't the best person on season 1.
Hmm. I
He,
remember us talking. You saying, "Oh, I
yeah,
hate
like I hate
Jamie,"
Jamie. I hate him. I want him to die.
and I told you, "Just wait and see."
Yeah, but that was the Stark power
Hmm.
because he changed it after he was arrested by the Starks.
Uh, I don't know. Really, you think that was it? I
No, it
really
wasn't
think
it, but it started with this
it started.
because
Yes,
yeah,
because
because
we
like
felt the other side.
that was a game changer for him. Because if
Hmm.
he wasn't arrested by the Starks, if he wasn't caught, he wouldn't have gone through everything he went through. He
Hmm.
wouldn't have met Brienne. He wouldn't have lost his hand. So like a lot of things happened because of this. So
That's right.
yeah, I really think he he changed it after that.
And
So
as he changed, his relationship to Cersei changed as well.
yeah, completely. Yeah. But now it's like
And yeah,
now
and
I think
they still had the three children to bond them, even if Joffrey wasn't really like a bonding person.
yeah. But that's the thing. They had the 3 children.
Hmm.
They don't have now. And Cersei killed the last one.
Yeah,
Like
indirectly, but yes, she
indirectly,
she
but she
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 pushed him
did.
into suicide. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Marcella died in front of her father, right? That was
Yeah.
quite harsh as well because they were just having that moment
Yeah, where
where
she
they
accepted, like,
exactly
I know you're my father, but I accept you as you are. And then she, boom, dies.
exactly. He didn't even have like time to take it in. She was
Yeah,
dead. Next moment
yeah.
she was dead.
That was
So
sad.
it was.
Because
It
now I
was.
really like Jamie.
We don't want him to suffer anymore, right?
Yeah.
But
Kind
he
of, no, but like he deserves a little bit of, like, he has to know who Cersei really is. Like, he knows. He's the person that knows her the best.
mhm.
But I think even him, like, sometimes he doubts the things she could do,
Exactly.
you
But
know?
now how can you doubt, right?
Yeah, there's no way. Like,
So now maybe the prophecy will come true in a way
yeah.
or another.
Stay tuned for part 2 next week on the next episode.